You might have been told that becoming an architect requires some kind of suffering. Suffering is proof that you care. All-nighters are the price of greatness, and burnout means that you're serious. Hey, I'm Gabby, I'm your architect big sis, and I'm here to tell you that is an absolute lie. That is not dedication, but it's something that we've been sold as this only way to become a creative genius in this profession. And you know what? It's time to end that. I'm a practicing architect and firm leader, and I've been doing this for about the last decade. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to dismantle the 4 myths that keep talented people stuck, burnout, and waiting for permission that never comes. Myth number 1, burnout is the price of excellence. Architecture has this culture where people wear suffering like a badge. Like it's something to be proud about. But in all honesty, it does not make you impressive. It's being a very toxic trait to bring back into practice. This is what nobody says out loud. Some firms still run on that fight or flight mode that comes out of architecture school. Your workflow only works in emergency mode. That system is broken. Here's what a sustainable practice actually looks like. Know what you're building. You have real scopes that don't just get pulled out of nowhere. You have real schedules that are built from scope, not just wishful thinking. Crunch seasons are going to happen, but your life cannot be a permanent emergency. Myth number 2. Licensure will ruin your life. When you're going through licensure, one of the uphill battles that you're going to climb is failing an exam. We've all been through it. It's difficult and it sucks. In 2026, you do not need more study materials. We need to build a support system together. Remember to really build a community of people who want to see you succeed in that realm, working collectively, make sure that you're still moving. That is the difference between licensure panic and licensure progress. Mindset shift changes everything. And even though you might not be called a capital A architect until you pass those exams, you are building the leverage and the competency you need to be successful when that time comes. So keep living your life while you're going through licensure. Myth number 3. You need 20 years to matter in this profession. Here's the reality. You matter early when you bring value early. It's really all about finding people who can flag a coordination conflict before the GC finds it on site, who can explain why details shifted without making the client panic. You can do that all in year 1 while you're learning with some of the best mentors and supervisors that you've got. Don't just wing it with confidence. Make sure that you are competent in what you're actually learning. Here's a trust building skill that I'd ask that you practice today. Build 1 trust skill every quarter, not 5. Just want you to focus in on 1. Think of everything from the meeting recaps, but actually understanding what's going into it. Consultant coordination, QA checklist before the submittals go out with your architect supervisor, and risk flags that are going to save everyone's time when we come down the road later. Pick 1, get known for it, and then move on to the next. Establish that trust early. Myth number 4, you have to fit the architect mold. Some architects are excellent design storytellers. Some are technical killers who live for wall sections. Some are project managers who love a good spreadsheet and love to see the project move forward on time and on budget. Some are my sustainability fanatics who track energy performance across the building lifecycle. Some are community facilitators whose strength comes through when they are working with a crowd. None of them are doing it wrong. You do not need to shrink to a costume to be taken seriously. Be that adaptable chameleon and have a non-negotiable backbone. The best architects adjust their approach to every room. They're formal in client meetings, they're direct when they're on site, collaborative in design reviews, but they don't bend on quality, on safety, or ethics. If anyone tells you that real architects only look like this, that's a sign they're probably not the right mentor for you. Listen, if you want to do this, do it. Be an architect. Bring your full self to it. You do not need to suffer your way to legitimacy. You don't need to wait 20 years. And you definitely don't need to fit the mold that someone else handed to you. The career you want is actually possible. It just looks different than what you may have been sold. Comment below which lie hit the hardest for you. And if you want more straight advice on architecture, careers, and licensures, be sure to subscribe below. Thanks for listening.